So it's the day after we removed this lot from the car, and as you can see, I've split the engine and gearbox. There are only 4 bolts holding the two together, a bit like a 2CV. And so here's the centrifugal clutch. So when this spins at a certain speed, these shoes come out, and they then contact the inside of this drum, and then you have drive. And it's worth noting that if I do this, you get a ringing sound which is remarkably like the clanging we were getting when this was running the first time round. People were very worried it was something gone inside the engine, but no, what my feeling was, it was probably something caught on either the outside or even in the inside. There's a bit of dust and debris in there, and that was just clattering about, or it might even been just muck on these shoes. See, they're like drum shoes. But yeah, that's the dead engine, and this leaves me thinking I might just try and get only the engine out of the spares car, because I think that's going to be easier than trying to remove the entire transaxle, given where it is. And this is where the spares car is. For reasons I don't fully understand myself, we decided to park it on pallets because I was a bit worried about it sinking into the soft ground, and that was great, but now there's not enough room to drop the engine out. So let's get the, try not to smack myself in the face with these today. If I take this rear section off, I'm quite tempted, because this car's probably going for scrap anyway, to just cut this rear member out and take the bodywork with it, and then we can just sort of lower the engine down out and pull it out this way. This body is pretty much shot, but I do know somebody wants the front end, because they've bought an Invacar which has been cut off here, so there is no front bodywork. So even though this is a bit battered, I think this bit is going to be of use for someone. But I mean, the door's knackered, interior's ruined. It pains me to do this because I've never broken a car in my life, apart from my very first 2CV, and I'm not very good at breaking cars. I don't like it, but I think that might be the easiest way of dealing with this situation. Or it may be that we can free the engine off and pull it up. I'm going to experiment with that one, and sadly it's getting dark already here in paradise on an actually sunny day, and I fear I'm going to have to do this job another day. Right, the plan is to use that bar hung over the back of this car to pull that engine out. So I've started stripping this engine down to make it lighter. Look at the state of this though. Jeepers. It's just mouse nest in here. I'm going to get the vacuum cleaner out. Blimey. That's quite extraordinary. I mean, when you think about it, this is like the little gerbil runs you can get, isn't it? Little bits of tube so they can go running round. Just the job. Right, so to get the engine out, I've got to undo these 2 bolts nice and prominent at the top, and the annoying ones are going to be the 2 which are opposite at the bottom. There may be cursing, there may be water down the back. That's going to be fun. Right, so this is the solution we've landed on to try and get the engine out. Supported in this cradle. Problem is, it's this sodding mount again. I'm very tempted to try and get an angle grinder in and cut the bloody thing off, because it's completely in the way, and I can't get the engine forward far enough to get it off and disengaged from the bell housing. So I could do with the transmission moving forward, which it won't do, or the engine coming back, which it also isn't terribly keen on. Death or glory. Left wheel side. I'll drop this mountain bracket out at the back. Oh, that's probably enough of that.
Is it time for a big hammer?
It might be time for a big hammer. No, I can't find any actual cutting discs. Oh, hello, what's going on here? Ah, violence! Whoa.
No doubt.
That's quite exciting. Well, that's almost there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get the hacksaw in for the last bit? No, okay, violence. Violence wins. I'm keeping my distance. I find that's often the best way when my wife is getting violent with a hammer. Aha! My wife broke it.com.
Metal fatigue.
Yep, works every time. So there we go, got the engine supported in that. Now the question is, can we actually get it out? Right then, time for the moment of truth. Have we got this right?
Oh, hold on. I'm too bent.
Okay, can we stop, sorry? It's not off yet. Okay, down.
Oh, you moved it back out of the way of the instruction, didn't you?
There we go. Straps caught in the belt housing bolt.
Cool, on something. Front, I think.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about the exhaust actually. There we go. Back a bit. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh.
What's up?
Yeah, resting on that. Can you straighten that one off though? Let go of the bar. Or that's the only shoulder. Can you pull the engine square? Can we go more? There we go. Calm down.
Oh! There we go.
Easy!
Could have been a lot worse.
Should we use a car to take it to the garage?
This is where I remember my plan to get the wheelbarrow down.
Oh yeah.
Sack truck.
That might do it actually. Okay. Sack trucks are the best thing in the world.
You sure you don't want a hand?
Fine, this truck's amazing. So people were asking if I was going to smarten this engine up before fitting it to that manky engine bay, and maybe even smarten the engine bay up, but of course I'm not, because I'm me. But I'm going to do this. Noise warning. Well, I think I'm going to carry on cleaning this engine up, which isn't going to make for very interesting viewing. I've now got all the cowling off, and you have to remove the rocker cover to get the front piece off. Bit of a faff, but this cowling's not in great condition, whereas I think the cowling's actually better on the spare engine, so I can see that engine getting stripped if I can find another tray to put all the millions of screws and bolts in. Just no need for that many. But anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it for now. So I shall say thank you for watching this installment. We're getting closer, so we'll get this engine cleaned up and we'll get it installed, and then hopefully we can finally go for that first drive up the driveway. It's going to be sometime before or on the road. In fact, just before I end, let's just talk through some of the known issues I know are going to be a problem for the MOT. One of the key ones is doors. The fiberglass it's pretty ropey there, so the whole handle moves, which isn't ideal. So that side needs sorting out, and the door lock the other side doesn't actually unlock, so you have to stick your arm in and open it on the inside. Not sure the MOT man's going to like that, but we know the lights work, we know the brakes work, and yeah, I mean, there isn't really a lot more to it than that. So I've got to secure the fuel lines properly underneath, but yeah, hopefully I can stick to my target. My target is to get this car back on the road in March, which is getting ever closer. We're very nearly in February as I make this video, and yeah, still a lot to do, but a lot has been done and a lot has been achieved. Look at the mayhem on my garage floor. So yeah, hopefully in the next video we'll get that engine back in. Not quite sure how we're going to manage that yet. It's going to be exciting to find out, and yeah, I hope you can be a part of that. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Don't forget to leave comments below as well. I do like to engage with folk, and it's nice to get your feedback. There have been some very good ideas that have come via the comments, and for now I shall just say I shall see you again in a future video. Farewell.